Hey, Dr. Scott Collin, receiver, bringing to you this swift kick web critique of your web marketing. I know you're a new practice starting up, so there's not a whole lot to review, but I want to make sure you get off on the right foot and you have a very clear picture of the right direction that you need to go in to attract patients. I want to quickly kind of look over your existing site. There's only a couple pages here. I found a couple things online, some online reputation that you've already built up. Not a lot. I want to go into some a flow chart of your web marketing and how your web marketing actually works to attract you new patients. And then I want to finish up and just show you a couple examples of the kind of results that you can expect with a successful, solid web marketing campaign. First off, your website here, your temporary website, doesn't really have a lot. You've got your About Us page, which I would love to see this greatly expanded. This is one of the most viewed pages on your website, your About the Doctor page. So growing that, talk more about your passion, your family, your 4 kids, your wife, things you like to do, why you got into dentistry. To take that to the next level, make videos that do that. With our packages, we come to your office, film anywhere from 20 to 100 videos in a single video shoot, and use those all through your web presence. A couple videos here or there on each page. People love to watch video. Look at video tours for buying new homes, video tours for restaurants, video tours on Google Maps. Video tours are everywhere. People love to watch video. It lets them get to know you. It lets them start to develop that relationship. I did notice there was a spelling error here. Looks like the T in sweet is duplicated. But video is going to allow people to get to know you, get to know your staff, to meet your patients, to realize that you're just a good guy that does good dentistry, great dentistry, and you have a passion for what you do and you want to help people. And that's why people choose a dentist. It's not based so much on your credentials or how smart or what they think of you as a clinician. People these days assume that every dentist is competent. 50 years ago, they didn't assume everybody was competent. 50 years ago, if you talk to my parents' generation or maybe even your parents' generation, they put up with painful and dreading the dentist because they were just happy to find a dentist that could do the work competently. Nowadays, people assume everybody's competent, and they are looking for that wow experience. They're looking for it to be pain-free, for it to be, a great experience, no stress, easy to work with, consumer-driven. If you told your grandparents that, in 1940, they should find a dentist that is going to take care of them and be gentle and not hurt them, they would have laughed at you. And it's really a transition in what's available to consumers. Nowadays, if you want to take the lion's share of the patients, you have to provide that wow experience. It's not about just graduating anymore. And getting off on the right foot with your marketing is one step towards starting your practice and capturing those patients. You're also in a very interesting niche of dentistry that didn't exist several years ago. There's always been dentists that have been mercury conscious or holistic and the bio-friendly type stuff. But only in recent years have we actually seen practices that are focused on that popping up. And we've worked with a couple of them very successfully, if you position and differentiate yourself the right way. Video is a big component of that. Educating the prospects, your prospects. Think of Demandforce or Lighthouse 360 for your internal marketing, but go external. A way to keep in touch with your prospects until they're ready to choose you for their cosmetic dentistry needs or replacing all those old mercury fillings, or maybe it's just standard bread and butter dentistry, crown and bridge type work. Did a couple searches for you, found some stuff, found you in dentistreg.com, nothing really here about you. Found you on ratemds.com. Again, nothing really here about you. Looks like a previous place you'd worked, Careers Unlimited. You moved from Utah to Arizona. Not a whole lot here floating around about you. But when you're talking about your web marketing, one of the things we work with new dentists, new grads, new practices on is not just building a website. You can't just throw up a website and expect patients to flow in, any more than you can put a sign on your front door and expect patients to flow in. They still have to see the sign. Now, if you are positioned, if your office is positioned on a road that has a 25,000 daily traffic count and you set a big sign out on the road, well, of course, now your sign is being seen by those people. Now you have a chance to attract them. Same with your website. You've got to make sure your website's getting seen. When people are searching from all these different devices on all these different search engines for all these different keywords, you got to make sure you're popping up. More importantly, you've got to make sure that the marketing you're paying for is generating phone calls down the road. If these phone calls here aren't coming out the back end of your marketing, I don't care how much you're spending on it or how great you're doing. If it's not making phone calls, it's not putting money back in your pocket. And at the end of the day, you can't be working nights and weekends to pay for your marketing. Your marketing needs to be working nights and weekends to pay for your practice, to pay for itself, and to put money back in your pocket. Making sure you get found, having a way to automatically follow up with your prospects by email, postal mail, continually educating people, especially in the niche you're in. People know about it, but there's so much information out there that people don't know about. There's a lot of misinformation out there. In your niche, it's extremely important to be educating prospects on the benefits. Why should I get this old filling, or why should I pay more for this other type of dentistry? What's in it for me? And that's what your prospects are all asking themselves. What's in it for me? Why do I want to come to you? Or why do I want to pay you more to do this when I've been going over here and I'm happy with it? Or, I've got this in my mouth and it doesn't hurt. Why do I care to come see you and get that replaced? And the better educating you can do for your prospects, of course, the more business they're going to bring to you. With a new practice, any practice really, but most importantly with a new practice, being able to record your phone calls, making sure that, the new staff, the front office you have, is converting those calls into prospects. Nothing's worse than doing a 6-month marketing campaign and finding out on the tail end that your front desk dropped the ball on 50% of your calls. Following up on these calls, tracking them, making sure day to day, week to week, month to month that these calls are converting into appointments and paying patients as you go is critically important, especially when you're a new practice starting up and you're on a tight budget. And then, of course, being able to aggregate the data, take your offline marketing, radio, TV, billboard, newspaper, magazine, as well as your website, and track it. Know exactly what is working. You need good data to make good decisions. And Zetetics can give you just that. It can show you how many calls and your exact ROI that's coming in from that. Typical results, we've got a couple different programs for new grads. You've already got a website built up. So I would tell you to look at, we have a lot of new practices that go with our Web 3.0 package, which is a comprehensive web marketing package that's going to include everything you need to do online except video. If you're looking to jump into a entry-level video package, we've got our deluxe package, which is going to be everything that's included in the Web 3.0 plus coming to your office, producing somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 40 videos of your staff, of yourself, of your patients. And we can show you how to schedule that and structure that. Our packages are a lot more than just showing up on your doorstep with a camera. We walk you through the entire process of how to identify, how to prospect the patients, how to get them to come in, everything you need to do to maximize the money you're spending. And we have a lot of new grads that go with that package just to get a little bit of video on their website. The good part of the packages and systems that we offer is there's no upfront fees, especially for new practices. Being able to come up with funds to shoot video and produce marketing and do all this up on the front end is a struggle. and we offer some very flexible plans to spread those payments out over a long period of time, 12 to 18 months, to make it easy for you guys to get the type of marketing, get the type of presence that you need online to start generating those new patients right away. So I wish I had more really that I could critique here on your site, but being you're a startup, there's not a lot here. I hope I've covered really the principles of marketing, the automatic follow-up, the phone tracking, the video, a well-designed website, press releases, online reputation. All of those are critical points that you have to address because everybody looks in different places. But if you'd like to chat more, I'd love to talk with you more about positioning your practice and growing it. My number here is 502-509-1413. Thanks for your time, Dr. Scott. I appreciate it.